Hey, welcome back to Hard Truths, the podcast where we cut through the noise and talk about the things that actually matter. No fluff, no sugarcoating, just the real, raw conversations that push you forward. So, let me ask you something. Have you ever looked around at your life and thought, why does this keep happening to me? Same struggles, same mistakes, same lessons, just dressed up in different circumstances. Well, here's the hard truth. Life is a classroom. And if you don't learn the lesson, you're going to keep retaking the same damn class. Now, I know that sounds like some generic self-help nonsense, but think about it. You ever meet someone who keeps dating the same kind of toxic person? Someone who keeps getting stuck in the same dead-end jobs? Someone who keeps making the same financial mistakes and wondering why they're still broke? That's because life keeps giving them the same test until they finally pass. And I'm not just talking about other people. I've failed some big tests in my own life. I've ignored some lessons and had to learn them the hard way. But eventually, I figured it out. And today, we're going to break this down. Why life keeps repeating lessons until you finally get it, how to recognize when you're being tested, and how to actually learn from life so you stop getting stuck. Because the truth is, if you're not learning, you're repeating. And trust me, you don't want to keep taking the same darn class. Okay, let's get this straight. Life isn't out to get you. It's just trying to teach you. It's like school. When you don't pass a test, what happens? You gotta retake it. Same questions, same problems, until you get the right answers. Life works the same way. Here's an example. There was a time in my life where I kept running into the same kind of people. I'm talking to those people, the fake supporter types, the ones who act like they have your back but disappear when you actually need them. I'd get burned, swear I learned my lesson, then boom, same situation, different faces. And I remember thinking, why do I keep attracting people like this? Then it hit me like a brick. It wasn't about them. It was about me. Life wasn't punishing me. It was testing me. It wasn't until I actually changed how I set boundaries, who I let in, and what I tolerated that the pattern broke. Lesson learned. Test passed. And on to the next level. So if something in your life keeps happening, if you keep getting the same kind of results, you gotta stop pointing fingers and start asking questions. What is life trying to teach me right now? Because I guarantee you, it's not random. Here's another example. You ever walk into a class thinking, it's just another normal day, and the teacher says, all right, clear your desk. We're having a pop quiz. Panic. Instant regret. Because if you didn't study, you're screwed. See, life throws pop quizzes at you all the time. When things go wrong out of nowhere, when you get blindsided, that's a test. Maybe you're working on your patience, and life hits you with slow drivers, long lines, delays, and annoying people. Guess what? Pop quiz. Maybe you say you want to be disciplined, and boom, temptation shows up. Pop quiz. Maybe you claim you've moved on from something, and out of nowhere, that past knocks on your door. Pop freaking quiz. And if you fail, don't worry. Life will test you again, and again, and again. I promise you. until you finally prove you've learned. That's why so many people feel stuck. It's not that life isn't giving them opportunities. It's that we keep failing the pop quiz. So next time life blindsides you, instead of complaining, stop and ask, is this a test? Have I actually learned the lesson yet? Because if not, get ready. You're going to see it again. So let's get into some hard truths, so you stop ignoring the lesson. Let me hit you with this. Life doesn't give a shit if you ignore the lesson. It just keeps repeating it. It's like the kid in school who never does the homework, then gets mad when they fail the test. You can ignore reality, but reality won't ignore you. If you keep making excuses instead of adjustments, if you keep running from the hard stuff, you're signing up for the same pain over and over again. And I get it. It's easy to say, I don't deserve this, instead of saying, I created this. But the second you take responsibility, you take back your power. So here's the question. Are you finally ready to pass the test? Okay, enough talk. How do you actually learn from life so you don't keep repeating the same mistakes? Here's 4 things. Number 1, recognize the lesson. Stop reacting and start reflecting. What is life trying to teach me right now? Number 2, look for patterns. If the same problem keeps showing up, you haven't truly learned yet. Be honest. What cycles do you keep repeating? Third, take ownership. No more blaming, no more excuses. Own your choices. If you don't take responsibility, you can't take control. And finally, pass the lesson on. Once you learn something, teach it. Helping someone else learn reinforces your own growth. Think about what I'm doing right now. Because here's the truth. When you actually learned the lesson, life stops testing you. So, for the next 7 days, have a little bit of homework. Every time something goes wrong, every time you feel frustrated, stuck, or challenged, pause and ask, what is life trying to teach me here? Write it down. And at the end of the week, look at your notes. I'm sure you'll start to see a pattern. And once you see them, you can break them. That's how you stop repeating the class and finally graduate. And that's it for today's episode of Hard Truths. If this hit home, send it to someone who needs to hear it. And if you're serious about learning from life instead of just surviving it, let me know. Reach out to me at Danny Lee Vin on social media. That's DANNYLYVIN. Because life will keep testing you. The only question is, are you finally ready to pass? I'll see you in the next one.